Cricket, our national treasure? Or dying irrelevance? Bodyline, tactical genius? Or national disgrace? The 100, inspired innovation? Or misguided mistake? Join the cricket conversation with a subscription to the Cricketer magazine.
It is getting down to the business end of the Quarantine Cup, brought to you by thecricketer.com. This clash between Essex and Gloucestershire here at the beautiful Adelaide Oval. Quick look at the team lineups there. They've been pretty consistent in the players they've been putting out throughout this tournament. As I said, a lovely day here. Seems to be always very similar, the conditions during the Quarantine Cup at Adelaide Oval. Certainly been a tournament where batting has not been a strength, so we'll see if the conditions are conducive for that today. The captains are ready for the coin toss. The call from Gloucestershire is heads, and the result is tails. So Essex have won the toss. Captain Simon Harmer, well, he gives a smile that can only really be described as slightly sinister and creepy. But he has won the toss and decided to have a bat first. As I said, batting, bit of a weakness so far in this tournament. Only 5 overs aside, so you'd expect to see a little bit of big hitting. And perhaps the opening batters for Essex can provide it. Varun Chopra and Cameron Delport, the pair who will get things underway. While for Gloucestershire, opening the bowling is David Payne. The left armour might see him swing the ball early on, and it is Varun Chopra who is on strike for the first ball. Just a nice firm block first up. Get himself settled. They have suffered from a number of batting collapses during this tournament, Essex. Few disappointing performances with the bat, and they won't want to give themselves a low total to defend here. That's happened a few times so far. Payne comes in once more, and it's up in the air. He's gone straight down to the fielder at mid-off. Takes the catch cleanly, and that is a second ball wicket and a brilliant start for Gloucestershire. Chopper looking to go over the top, not really timing it so well. Maybe he was through the shot just a little bit quickly. And yes, just a straightforward catch there for Jerome Taylor it was. Nice little finger dance he had going there too in celebration. Love to see a digital finger dance. at all times. Now Dan Lawrence comes to the crease. He's had a mixed tournament so far, struggled to really get off the mark. Essex 1 for none. They've been in this position a few times. Can they recover? Jamie Porter is the man steering things on the controls for Essex today. Delport is on strike. Payne bowls, and it's a swing, and it's hit the pads, I think. Yes, there is a late appeal, and it's being given. Well, cameras all over the place. No one's really sure what's going on. I don't think the batter knew where it was, and I'm not sure anyone quite knew what was going on. And in fact, things are so confusing that we might just have a review. So, front foot's okay. I have to say it would be pretty embarrassing to get a front foot no ball in this Digital Quarantine Cup. It was a full toss. I thought it was nice and full, but that's a full toss, and it looked as though it just swung around and was going straight onto middle and off perhaps. He played that so late. He really wasn't at the pace of that ball at all. Well, we're going to have a look at hotspot, but there is absolutely no way that bat was anywhere near the ball. It was probably 2 metres away, which is a good distance if you're all doing your social distancing, of course. 2 metres away. His bat was socially distanced from that ball, I think it would be safe to say. Nice bit of swing back around in. That looked absolutely plumb to me. We certainly know height's not an issue, and the line looks absolutely bang on. I won't want to look at how late he played that shot. Let's just have some confirmation then. Yes, he's hitting middle stump just a couple of inches off the ground. So that will be confirmation of the second wicket. And what that means is not only are Essex 2 wickets down without scoring, but David Payne is on a hat-trick. As Moses and Reeks comes to the middle, well, we've seen a few hat-trick balls in this tournament. I don't know that anyone's taken one, but we have a chance here now as Payne runs in, and it's just played firmly down the ground, well fielded. So we won't see a hat-trick from Payne, but dear, he's bowled well in this first over. Essex 2 for none. 2 balls remaining in the over. Look at that field. Everyone inside the ring, and oh, what have we got here? He's pulled up. I don't think he's injured. I think maybe there might just be a little bit of gamesmanship, and when you've got the opposition down 2-0, I'm not really sure there's any need for that. Just perhaps get on with it, son. No playing silly buggers here. Right, we reset. On Reeks, on strike. Oh, he's tried to turn that down the leg side, but completely misjudged that one. Payne knows he was close there to getting his 3rd wicket in his opening over. This is, of course, a difficult match for Essex. They've had a few losses and they will not progress to the semi-finals. Payne comes in once more, and it's a swing and a miss. He tried to pull that one, did on Reeks, but failed again to make contact. So at the end of that over, Essex 2 for none, and Payne, double wicket maiden. Brilliant bowling from him. Now it is the turn for Jerome Taylor. Stan Lawrence takes guard, and that was well outside off stump, and I don't think he was anywhere near that one. Really having trouble judging the lines of the ball today, Essex. Yes, they're unlikely to make it through now, or they won't make it through. They're out of the finals, but Gloucestershire, they could go 4 from 4 here today. Jerome comes in once more, and this time he's connected, and he's connected brilliantly. That's going to go all the way into the stands at Adelaide Oval in front of the old scoreboard. And what a beautiful sight that is. Well, this is more like it. He was able to get to it, a beautiful shot over extra cover. And he'll love to see that replay again and again. Finally, runs on the board for Essex. They are 2 for 6 in the Australian style of scoring. Lawrence on 6. Taylor comes in and bowls, and he's gone again, has he? This one's a bit straighter. Has he got the legs on it? No, he doesn't. He tried to go once more, but this time Jerome Taylor was just a little bit too smart for him. Didn't really get through the shot. And it was comfortably taken in the end. Didn't even move his feet. That's saying it was caught Jerome Taylor, bowled Jerome Taylor. Now, if that's the case, he's managed to cover an awful lot of ground. That's quite incredible, really. I mean, for a bowler to get through his action and then somehow be out there, sort of running in from, well, from long off. I don't know. Here he goes again once more. This is Ryan Tenduscarter this time. And he does find the boundary. Another 6 for Essex. This is just what they needed. And Jerome Taylor, well, he's having an eventful over. He's been hit for 6 twice. He's somehow managed to catch off his own bowling in a manner that seemed he was able to move faster than Usain Bolt. So there's lots of action here. That takes Essex to 12. So they are 3 for 12 now. Enrique's on strike. And just played firmly away. Time to have a little just encouragement for Jerome Taylor. Maybe just had his confidence shaken by that pair of 6s. Now we see the field spread. It was up. It was very aggressive early on. Enrique's, he's taken that one on the full. And that should be a gift. And it is. The fielder pulls up short of the boundary. No chance of him getting there. So after a terrible start, Essex are just loosening up here, perhaps feeling that they've got nothing to lose in this game, so they may as well give it everything they've got. KS Ahmed comes into the attack with Essex on 3 for 16 after 2 overs. Ryan Tenduscarter a big stride outside off stump, and they've thought about a single, but it was quickly picked up, well fielded, and well, the rest of the team agrees. Nice work in the field. Well, what can Ahmed do here? Tenduscarter on strike. And he's played this one in the air, and a beautiful catch taken over the shoulder. That's what KS Ahmed can do. He can take a wicket when Gloucestershire need it, just as Essex were threatening to let loose. It was really well taken, running back. It didn't look like he was going to get there. And in fact, he only just turned his head at the last second. Perhaps a little bit of showboating there, felt very confident. But the end result is that Ryan Tenduscarter goes for 2. And Essex's woes continue. Tom Wesley, the new man in. Highest score of 14 in this tournament. If that is the case, that is a high score for what has been a very low scoring tournament. Tom Wesley is on strikes. Ahmed is wide of off stump, and there's a cry of catch it, but there's nobody there, and it beats the fielder down in the deep. Beautiful lofted cover drive. Managed to find clear green space out there. A crowd on their feet. So Essex move on to 20. Wesley off the mark with a boundary. This is good now from Essex. Well, that one was very wide, and he didn't even play a shot. In fact, it's called a wide. Yeah, just perhaps a little bit eager there, losing his line a little, Ahmed. Has 3 balls remaining in the over. This time it's a swing and a miss. He was going for that lofted cover drive, I think, once more. this time just failed to get to the pitch of the ball. Oh, and there's a cry of catch, and it's another brilliant catch at extra cover. This time running the other way, it was almost behind him, one more. So Kays claims another victim. Just a little hop and a skip and a catch. And this really decent crowd today. That finishes the innings from Essex. Of course, there are only 5 wickets in this tournament in the playing conditions. So 3 ducks with Moses Enrique's high scoring with 10. Really been a struggle for Essex with the bat. Jamie Porter, I think he's been speaking to his charges, but it hasn't really worked. Now, can they defend this very small total, Essex? It's going to be a big ask. Jamie Porter is going to open the bowling. Miles Hammond awaits him. Just deciding which way he's going to bowl at the start of this innings, Jamie Porter. Well, 22 needed from 30. Here we go. And it's wide off stump to start with, and it's collected. And has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. It's cleared the rope. It's cleared the fence. It's cleared everything. And that is 6. What a brilliant start. Miles Hammond just lofted that one behind point. And the crowd absolutely loved to see that. Gloucester none for 6. They now need just 16. Porter. And this time he pulls him off the hip. And that's going to go to the boundary as well. Fast outfield here at Adelaide Oval. And Gloucestershire wasting no time, a 6 and a 4. He's actually just clipped that. Well, that absolutely flew off the bat. Lovely batting from Hammond as Porter runs in once more. And this time it's squirted off the outside edge of the bat. Don't think they have gone for a run. Well, that was a very cheeky little run and a dive, but just shows the commitment. Just shows the commitment of this Gloucestershire side. They have been one of the standout teams in this Quarantine Cup. And if they win here, well, they will almost certainly qualify, be the first to qualify for the semi-finals, which would be a remarkable achievement. The first edition of this competition. Porter comes in, and this time it's just clipped straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Well, that has put the brakes on things just a little bit. Jamie Porter will be happy with that. There's a meek little clip in the end. Just a bit of a surrender with the captain Harmer taking the catch. First wicket gone for 11. I don't think that'll worry Gloucestershire too much. Although with only 4 wickets in hand, you just never tell what a collapse is truly fatal. As Cheteshwar Pujara comes to the crease. Not his strongest format of the game, of course, but let's see what he can produce here. As Porter comes in, 2 balls remaining, and he's just driven that to mid-wicket. They've taken off for a single. Again, good running from Gloucestershire. Really committed. They've been able to sneak the singles. That was what Essex, well, they just weren't able to do. So it is Hammond on strike. He's batted beautifully so far. He's gone aerial once more. That's gone miles in the air. And it's gone just over the rope. Just dropped down. 99 yards. Brilliant stuff. Hammond is on a mission. He can hear the semi-finals beckoning. But can this man, Adam Zampa, do something about it? He's bowled well in this tournament, often come in, been tight, found plenty of turn, taken wickets. And Pujara is on strike, I think now, is he? I can't always tell. And that's well fielded. Stay on 18. Lots of encouragement given. All trying to gee up the crowd. So 4 needed, just 4 needed from 23. It's been a dominant performance by Gloucestershire. Can they finish it in style? Pajara on strike. And he's absolutely muffed that one completely. Fooled by Zampa. Just perhaps squirted off the outside edge of the bat. And there was a catcher in there. Yeah, just nice and easy. Barely had to move. Not hit with any real power. It was Porter taking the catch, so he's really been in it today. So just delaying things, making sure that it's not too easy for Gloucestershire, but it's James Bracey coming to the middle now. Is he going to be the man to finish it off? Still 4 needed, 22 balls remaining. This could be a convincing win, but Zampa is still there. That's just played off the pads. Have gone for a single, and that is brilliant running again. Well, we have to commend the running between the wickets in this Gloucestershire side. They have been absolutely ruthless. Just 3 needed now from 21. Zampa once more. This one's wide of off stump, and they've taken off for a run again and yet again. They've made it through, but wait, there's a late appeal. Surely he was miles safe, and yes, the umpire agrees. Getting perhaps a little desperate here, Essex, with these calls. And another one, and they're going again. This is amazing running. Obviously, the digital gym at Gloucestershire has been getting a real workout, even in these times of quarantining. Maybe they've been out in the parks at the right time doing lots of sprints, perhaps, beep tests. And this one has played beautifully on the onside. There's nobody out there. And that has been pummeled for 4. And that is going to be victory for Gloucestershire. Absolutely dominating, winning by 3 wickets in emphatic style. And that means with 4 wins from 4, Gloucestershire will be the first team to qualify for the semi-finals of the Quarantine Cup. They have been consistently brilliant throughout this tournament. Miles Hammond, deserved player of the match, 22, not out from just 6 balls, possibly the batting performance of the entire competition. Essex, there was not to be the consolation win today, but the big news here at Adelaide Oval is that Gloucestershire, 4 from 4, they will be in the semi-finals of the Quarantine Cup, brought to you by thecricketer.com.
Cricket, our national treasure? Or dying irrelevance? Bodyline, tactical genius? Or national disgrace? The 100, inspired innovation? Or misguided mistake? Join the cricket conversation with a subscription to the Cricketer magazine.